pack your bags and get out. I need your lake house for my business retreat." That's what the HOA president actually said to me. He stood right there on my porch with 4 women flanking her like bodyguards and demanded I vacate my own property. And when I said no, oh, she lost it. Full volume screaming threats, the whole deal, like she owned the deed and I was the squatter. But you ever have one of those moments where something just doesn't add up? Like the anger is too big, the plan too weird, the timing just a little too tight. That's how I felt staring down this hurricane in a designer blazer. And what I found out next flipped my entire life upside down. Let me back up a sec because you got to see where I was Friday night to really get why this was more than just some HOA power trip. I'm Adam Stone, freelance IT guy, formerly gainfully employed until cancer hit my family like a wrecking ball and knocked my whole world sideways. There I was, kitchen table stacked with medical bills, $78,000 in red ink from my grandfather's treatment before he passed. All I got left of him was this beautiful lakeside cabin, 1 acre of prime old-school American dream, and a foreclosure notice so red it looked like it'd bleed through the countertop. I had "we buy houses for cash" tabs open on my laptop, doing the ugly math, sell the place, still not enough, lose everything anyway. And here's the cherry deadline, Monday. Wave the white flag or fight, you know that feeling. Now this is when the cavalry rolls in, not the good kind either. I'm half whispering apologies to Grandpa's photo on the mantle when I hear the unmistakable sound of luxury car doors, all 4 at once, bam, 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 bam. Out the window, a parade of Mercedes SUVs lined up like they're about to storm the beaches, and leading the charge is none other than Brittany Hill, HOA president and self-declared CEO of the universe. She's got a blazer embroidered with Wellington success in gold, a smile wider than printer paper, and a crew behind her who look like they regret every decision that led them here. She doesn't even say hello. "Adam, pack your things. My investors need your cabin for a weekend business retreat." I swear she said it like I'd won a prize. I laughed in her face. What else do you do when someone tries to evict you from your own home for a corporate event? But she wasn't here for a discussion. She wanted that cabin and she wanted it now. I said the only thing that made sense, "Brittany, this is my home, not a hotel." That's when the mask slipped. "Home," she screeched. "You're losing it Monday anyway. I know all about your debt. Let me tell you, there's nothing quite like finding out your financial problems, our HOA gossip. Turns out privacy is just a concept in Brittany's kingdom." One of her investors, the nervous one, clutching her phone like a lifeline, actually suggested finding a hotel instead, but Brittany shut her down fast. "No, I promised them lakefront luxury. Full meltdown, right there on my porch. Do you know who I am?" she hollered. "I built this empire from nothing. I'm a successful entrepreneur, creating opportunities for other successful women. Lady, you run an HOA?" She started ranting about my lack of vision, how my small-mindedness was holding the community back, and honestly, it was so over the top I almost laughed, except my hands were shaking. Not from fear, but from anxiety, from months of being kicked while I was already down. Then I remembered Grandpa telling me, "Never let bullies win, Adam. They count on you being too tired to fight." And I realized I might be broke and exhausted, but I wasn't done yet. I stared Brittany down and said, "The answer's no. Still no. Always no." The look on her face like she'd just discovered gravity for the first time and hated it. She stormed off promising I'd regret it, and I swear the air itself crackled with drama. But the scariest part, I knew she meant it. With people like Brittany, revenge isn't an empty threat, it's a project. Next morning, doorbells pounding before sunrise. Postal worker hands me 4 urgent envelopes, emergency HOA violations. I'm talking immediate compliance, $400 daily fines, and mandatory vacate orders for contractor remediation. Infractions included: dock extends 3 inches too far, excessive bird feeding, non-regulation window screens, and get this, unauthorized lakefront furniture positioning. It was like they made up new rules just for me. Timing, huh? Refuse Brittany. Wake up to 4 violations and eviction notices. Coincidence, please. So I call my brother Mike. I'm drowning, man. Medical debt foreclosure, and now the HOA gunning for me. Mike says, Adam, you're a tech guy, do some digging. Something stinks. Bless that man. Because when I zoomed in on those official signatures, I saw it. Every board member's signature was identical. Same pen, same pressure. Even Janet Miller, who's 73 and writes like she's fighting a windstorm. So I called Janet. Did you sign emergency violation docs yesterday? She's in Phoenix, hasn't signed anything in months. Now I've got her confirmation, a phone full of photos, and a hot, righteous anger I hadn't felt in a long time. I show up at Brittany's McMansion where her front yard looks like a failed TED Talk banner's pyramid charts, her investors practicing testimonials. I flash the letters. Brittany, these signatures care to explain, panic flickers, but she recovers with corporate jargon. Emergency protocols require swift action. Yeah, and sometimes forgery requires jail time. Here's where the twist comes in. Brittany bans phones from her business discussions, but my smartwatch is recording everything, dash cam rolling too. I call the board secretary right in front of her. Did you approve these violations? She's out of state. No idea. Brittany starts mumbling about miscommunication, but while she's flustered, I spot bank documents on her patio. HOA fund withdrawal, $78,000. Wellington Success Deposit, $78,000. Same day. The exact sum of my medical debt. The scope hit me. She's embezzling HOA funds to cover her business mess, using my property as a fake asset to impress her investors, and the court in her divorce. And folks, those investors too had criminal records. One for check fraud, another for probation violation, and 2 were just ordinary women duped into this circus. By now I'm in deep playing along. Maybe I should join Wellington Success. Brittany lights up, drags me inside for a sales pitch so sloppy it's basically a confession. She brags about how HOA funds seed community businesses, how emergency rules let her bypass approvals, how my cabin is being optimized for prosperity. It's all on tape. When her phone rings, divorce lawyer on the line, she finally drops the mask. Adam, I can't fail. You'll cooperate or I'll destroy you. It got real fast. And then my phone buzzes. Security alert, motion detected. I check the live feed. Brittany's crew is inside my cabin, moving furniture, streaming it all online. One is literally rearranging Grandpa's handmade coffee table like it's a prop. I tell Brittany and she shrugs. Emergency community asset utilization. Her legalese is just word salad covering up straight-up trespassing. I rush home. Inside, it's like a bad episode of HGTV gone criminal. Wine bottles, folding chairs, a seminar set up with my family's things. I demand they leave. Brittany explodes, screaming, throwing a tantrum, papers flying, shrieking about her empire and how she'll destroy me before I destroy her. Her associates, the criminals, start backing toward the door. Even the victims look ready to bolt. She tries to hand me a joke of a rental contract, demands I sign, threatens 911, so I call her bluff. Go ahead, call them. She does 911, wild-eyed, accusing me of threatening her businesswomen, all while my watch is recording and my security cams are uploading everything to the cloud. When Deputy Stone arrives, same guy who's dealt with Brittany's antics before she turns on the tears, claims I'm violent. He's not buying it. Sir, your version. I show him the video, their break-in, her confessions, the forged signatures, the live stream. Deputy Stone's expression priceless. He runs IDs. 2 investors get cuffed for outstanding warrants. The other 2 victims flee. Brittany's world collapses right there, handcuffed on her own live stream with neighbors gathering outside, watching the whole downfall in real time. Turns out Detective Jane Clark's already got a case open. Brittany's pyramid scheme had been on the AG's radar for months. Neighbors come forward telling stories of forged fines for mailbox colors, fake violations for garden gnomes, all to bankroll this so-called empire. Janet Miller, new HOA treasurer, starts organizing emergency reforms on my driveway while police haul Brittany off. Her house is foreclosed for restitution. She loses her divorce case, gets nothing. The viral video of her arrest hits 5 million views, and the story becomes the state's rallying cry for HOA reform. A year later, the cabin's alive again, community barbecues, laughter. No more fear of random fines. Deputy Stone drops by, amazed at how the place is turned around. My medical debt's gone, paid back out of Brittany's frozen assets. New families move and property values jump, and Janet's got the books balanced for the first time in a decade. The HOA, rebuilt from scratch, runs on transparency and neighborly sense, not threats. And wouldn't you know it, just when I think it's all over, a letter arrives from Brittany herself, mailed from prison. She's pitching me her latest investment scheme now with extra blockchain. Some people never learn, huh? I framed it next to my community award, proof that justice and maybe a little poetic karma really does come around. So here's my question to you. Do people like Brittany ever actually change, or do they just get better at hiding the scam? Drop a comment, share your stories, and let me know what's real justice, and how would you handle a Karen on your doorstep? If you stuck around for the wild ride, hit subscribe, because trust me, the next story is just as crazy, and you won't want to miss what happens when the wrong person tries to take what isn't theirs.